Hello, I'm William Johnson. I'm a student in Info 476, Info Systems Development at Salisbury University, and my project for this class was creating a mobile app for my client, which was SU Cultural Affairs. So my scope and my goal was to create a mobile app that would basically replace um, all the email notifications that students get, because I noticed in one of my other project management classes that students were kind of overwhelmed by the amount of emails they get that aren't exactly always pertinent to them. And so I was going to make this app so that it would basically bypass all those emails and allow students who really want to find out about this information, all the information all at once, so they don't have to go looking for it. So what I did was I met with the head of cultural affairs, Miss June Krell Salgado, and during our meeting we shared some ideas on what could, possibly be done with this idea. And so she showed me this panorama, which contains all kinds of cultural events for an entire semester, and dates, information, everything you would need to know about these events on campus. And so what I decided to do with this information was try to make a digitalized form that was really short and right to the point, so that students could access it and really just get the information when they need it. So I had no prior experience with any kind of mobile app development. My only real experience so far was a little bit of application development as a class. So I had to learn from the internet forums and tutorials on Lynda and YouTube. Lynda.com and YouTube really helped me out for most of the creating. So here's the actual app, and here's my navigation window, which shows how all of them are connected, basically all the events to my pages. And I have three main kind of formats for my layout of pages. This is being the first. This is the home page, so when you open the application, this is the first screen you see, and it's got the three upcoming events for the upcoming semester, because that's what date I decided to do this for, so they could actually be used next semester. And so from these links, they're all clickable, so they can take you straight to the information page, but these are really just so that the user opening the page has immediate information in case an event is just about to happen, so they can really find out that information right away. So besides these three links, there's also a link to the Commons International menu, and then a calendar link button. And then this is the second design page or layout page. It's the calendar. So there's only one of these as well. And this just holds a scrollable list of all the events. And again, each one of these is clickable. And so it will take you to the individual page. And then here's the button that takes you back to the home page. And so if you were to click on one of these events, it would take you straight to their individual event page, where you can see the name of the event, you can see the date, what building it's in, what room in the building it's in, and also the time. And then underneath that, you can see a little description for the event, and two buttons, one that takes you back to the calendar and one that takes you back to the home page. So now I'm going to show you a small demo of the product, or of the application. So here's our home page. This is what it looks like when we open the app. I'm going to go to this first event, and here you go. It takes you straight to the individual page, so you can take all this information. And suppose you want to look at the next event, or maybe event coming up further in the future. You come down to this scrollable list, and then you can pick the next event, click on it, and then it will take you to that event's information page. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I also included Commons International menu. being as it has cultural relevance, and so it's ordered from date, and it just lists the individual dinners, and then at the bottom you have the location, which they're all going to be in Commons Bistro, the time, and whether there's entertainment or not, and then the cost if you do not have a meal plan. And so this page will also take you back to the home page, and that is the uses of the app. So how I made the app, well, majority of it was linking the individual pages together. A lot of it was the calendar right here, but basically I made each link or button clickable, like so. Make sure that each one was clickable, and so that would make them be able to link to each other. And then what you do is you hold shift from that button, and then you drag it to which page you want it to take you to if that button's pressed. And so using that, it'll actually generate a link between those two pages. And so that's how I made the pages linked together. And as far as the individual pages, I started out with these basic layouts. I dragged one in, and then you're able to add which widgets you want. So I just added some text boxes and buttons for most of them. I applied SU's color schemes that I found online, the official color schemes to these apps, so they would be able to comply. And a lot of this was the editing I got from my 301 info class was very helpful. And so to conclude, I've always been curious about creating mobile apps and mobile app development, and this project has really opened my eyes to the possibilities that lay before me after graduating. And even still now, all the options that I have, I could even make a mobile app now, which is great. This project also gave me a better understanding of the components of a project, and just all the things that I need to keep track of, all my weaknesses so far that I've identified that I need to address for future projects. And it's taught me self-discipline, because I was working on this project all alone. I only had myself to account for. And so it taught me that I need to stay on top of myself and make sure I keep to my schedule and I keep to my milestones and deadlines. Thank you.